Hey, good morning, my friends, and welcome to my other studio, which is my car. It's so windy and it's really early in the morning. I've got something I've got to do right at daybreak here this morning, so I won't have time to record and upload. So here I am, 3 o'clock in the morning, getting you all up to date on what I know so far. And I have talked to a lot of boats and figured out a lot of good stuff for you. You know what time it is? I do have my coffee today. It is time for the morning briefing. Oh, that is good. And I can't thank Joe Martinez enough, who was on our latest Endeavor trip. Joe's a great guy, and he made this beautiful thermos possible for yours truly. Don't forget to hit the like button. We deeply appreciate it when you're able to do that. It helps us so much. If you could hit that share button and share this report with a friend, I'd really appreciate that also. And if you could subscribe, well, then the trifecta, man. We just hit we may not have hit the trifecta in the Kentucky Derby, but we can hit it here on the morning briefing. Great to be with you all. I have talked to several boats that are on that bluefin tuna or trying to get on that bluefin tuna. Very difficult night again last night after a very difficult day, and there's no question about it, that bluefin tuna bite out of San Diego is down right now. It is down, 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 and the boys are just trying to get back on top of it. They do see it at times, but they haven't seen any big volume, and certainly haven't found any big volume that wants to bite. There is some scattered fish around, and there's fish in the 150-pound class, 20-pound class. That real variety that we had been seeing before, we are still seeing that right now. But it's just been tough sledding here, and we'll come out of this. I'm not sure when, but we'll get back on the bite with these bluefin at some point in time. And as we have speculated before, or tried to speculate, is it water temperature? Is it moon phase? Is it bluefin acting like bluefin? It could be any one of those things. So we're watching it closely. You still want to have, and there's some improving kelp patty yellowtail fishing going on. Get to that in just a moment. You still want 3 rods. You want something with 25, 30-pound fluoro to fly line with. A number 2 circle hook has been really, really good. Then a 50 to 60-pound outfit. You can sink a rig fish with that, or you can also throw Daiwa Sakanas like 100 to 150 grams, and then you need something in the 80 to 130-pound range, 2-speed reel. We love Daiwa. We feel like you get a great value out of purchasing those reels, and they really put the wood to these fish. So something like that is what you'll need. Those 3 rods should take good care of you. Now, we do have this weather on our hands. Now, in some areas, it's going to be a little breezy. In other areas, it's going to be okay. And then other areas, it's going to be downright nasty. So I do implore you all to talk to your guys, your captain of the boat, if you have a charter, or the landing, and figure out what's happening. A lot of this local area, from the border and below down to Ensenada and all the way up, along the beach, it should be fine. I don't think it's going to be too bad. And actually, we're going to have this blow. It's still blowing here at 3 o'clock in the morning, but that's going to finally give way around, I think it's like 9 a.m. forecast to just stop and then pick back up around 3 in the afternoon. So that gives you a nice little window to fish Catalina and other areas. We'll keep our eyes on it, see where we go from here. There's been a few bluefin down there in Ensenada, Baja California. Not a lot, though. They're lacking consistency. Also, talking to my friends over there at Blackfin Sport Fishing, and same thing. They are telling me that they're lacking consistency, but they're able to just, fish those rock cod and ling cod, fill everybody up with some beautiful, great eating fish, and they've been able to do that on a regular basis. And then a few nice big fish. I know that Mara's Sport Fishing has had fish up over 150 pounds on a couple of occasions. We'll see how that goes, because they're going to have that wind down that way also. All right, the San Diego 32 guys. They're a boat that leaves in the morning, comes back in the evening. It's a full day trip. So they're not overnight at all. They're leaving very early and getting back, sometimes late. They're out of Seaforest Sport Fishing. 32 guys, 109 yellowtail 16 bonita, and that's good fishing. That is darn good fishing. Kelp patty yellow is becoming more prevalent. You find that right kelp, that kelp with a horseshoe, and you can get it done in a hurry. And again, that's where that 25 to 30 pound fluoro is going to come in handy. Sometimes they'll bite more heavier line than that. So if you have that 50 to 60, you're ready to go with that. And these fish will also eat a yo-yo iron. So a small heavy jig that you drop down deep, wind on it fast, turn the handle to set the hook, and you are in the driver's seat. That is a nice score. No question about it. And hopefully we'll see more and more and more of that. A lot of boats nowhere near that kind of score. That was a big one. There's other guys in the 20 range on the yellows, and some guys with 5 yellows, some guys 25 yellows. But for the most part, the San Diego had the big day on the Forkies. That's good shooting. Most of it's 5 to 12 pounds with an occasional, fish up there around 18. There's a few big ones rolling around there also, but that's great to see. We need something like that to keep the ball rolling. We need more yellows on more kelps, and that will propel us into the future when those bluefins start to bite, or when the albacore. I know, you're sick of it. But, man, this cold water, I'm telling you, this is all algae right now. And if this water does not warm up, I'll shut up. Okay, I know. If this water doesn't warm up, and they don't show up, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, it's absolutely perfect albacore weather. Up and down the coast, down there in Ensenada, we talked about the great rockfish. San Diego's got the same. Dana Wharf's got the same. Oceanside. I mean, I don't like to leave anybody out, but just take a big old brush and go right up the coast to the Channel Islands where things are superior. They have a lot of wind here this morning, though. And I don't know how much fishing they're going to get accomplished today up in that northern sector. We'll watch it and see how they do, if they're able to run. But a lot of guys are throwing the towel in because it is forecast to hoot up there, be pretty nasty. Having said that, when they get back to good weather, they've had a few seabass taken, a few halibut taken, and just copious amounts of rockfish. That has been the name of the game. Fury out of Dana Wharf, out at the islands, mostly Clemente. Good rock fishing out in that neck of the woods. They picked off a yellow or two here and there. The Freedom, Trevor ran the boat. He had a yellowtail and a bunch of great rockfish along with that. Thunderbird had a yellowtail, had some fish around the boat, seeing some fish, and then loading up on the rockfish. So that's a great thing about this time of year. If the surface stuff doesn't want to bite, you can get a nice shot on some other stuff. Greg Bailey was out with Captain Will Birdo, and they fished Santa Barbara Island, wet willy fishing, and had some really great fishing. Nice flat fish biting out there in that neck of the woods and more. Really excellent fishing. Corey Jackson had a nice halibut private boat fishing. Halibut fishing this year has been spectacular. It has been really good. And it's been just about everywhere, locally, at all the islands. Halibut fishing has been great. And again, it's that market squid that we had all year long. It just acts as a magnet now. We have squid at Cat. We have squid at Clemente, Santa Barbara, Nick, Channel Islands, on the coast. It's just drawing more and more predators in, and that is fantastic news. Endeavor, my friend Tucker, he continues to hammer away at the rockfish. The other day, the Turner's Rod and Reel Club guys were out, and they had some really nice fishing and had a great time with Tucker McCombs, who says they haven't caught an albacore before he was born. What's he talking about anyway? Hey, by the way, a little bit later this morning, we're going to drop a couple more shorts with Tucker, and also how to sharpen your fillet knife. That's with Daniel on the Endeavor. You're going to love all that. Don't forget Kids Fish Free on the California out of Ventura Sport Fishing every Sunday. So that is 805-676-3474. When you call, say hi to Sal for me, because he's one heck of a nice guy. Elsewhere, we had a grunion run here earlier, probably just ended a few hours ago on our beaches. I was not down there. I was snoring like a little baby, if that's okay with you. And also, we have seen that good perch fishing down by Newport. Got some photos in yesterday. And also, we are hearing some yellowfin croaker biting up there right around the El Segundo area on the beach, throwing a little chrome 3/4 ounce crocodile's a great way to take YFCs. They like to bite it. And don't forget, you can catch halibut in the surf. Maybe a little windy here later this morning. this Sunday morning, but throwing a lucky craft, even those chrome crocodiles can really result in some really good halibut fishing. So we've got a little weather on our hands. Some guys will be able to fish. It's going to be a little choppy for others, and for others it's going to be downright nasty. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that. I'm just wishing you a really great Sunday morning. And as I said, we have several shorts that are going to be dropping throughout the day, and they're good ones, man, because Tucker McCombs is really not only knowledgeable, not only works his tail out, but he's kind of a funny guy. At least I think he's funny. Tucker, okay, you got one guy. All right, my friends, hit that like button. Make sure you share this if you can with the crazy guy in his car at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm waiting for the cops to pull up at any time. I was out here the other day doing some research. The cops pull up, comes over and says, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "I'm, researching a thing." Said, "Okay, well, we've had an international drug ring going on here." I go, "Not me, I had the hat off, so maybe I look like that guy from whatever it is, that show, drug show. I don't know what it is. Everybody in China used to think I was that guy. What is the name of that show? Somebody will put it in comments. All right, my friends, before I completely lose it, it's way too early. Thanks again for all you're doing for Friedman Adventures. 220,000 hours consumed, content by all of you, well over 2 million views, and we just keep chugging along, and I owe that all to you. Take care. Have a great Sunday, and if anything happens, I will be letting you know. Oh, hey, here's a photo. Chuck Zimmer, the president of the Redondo Rod and Gun Club, with my good friend Diego Nunez. They're together on the Royal Star Fishing right now. Two dear friends of mine, two people who make the world a better place. Don't forget, the Redondo Rod and Gun Club, May 20th and 21st, a great, awesome surf fishing tournament. And you can get all those details by going to www.redondorodandgunclub.com. And also, if you want our charter list, we just sold out on our Apollo trip. We've got a few more openings for the rest of the year, and we'd love to have you join us. I'll send you the list. Just send me a text at 657-227-6459, and I'll pop you out the list right away. All right. Nobody's pulling up. No cops. Nobody's lights are coming on. I made it through another morning briefing at 3 o'clock in the morning, yelling and screaming in my car like some nutcase. Wishing you all my very best. Take care, and I hope to see you really, really soon.